Hey Derek, how you doing? All right, I've got your work up here. This is a really fantastic written description of your work. So this is fantastic. Thank you so much. In a lot of ways, you're going to be asked to describe and to talk about the intent of your work, really for the rest of your design career. So I just think it's such a great idea for students to get comfortable in that regard while still in school. It's fantastic, and this is certainly a really, really fantastic job. Thank you very much. Please keep that up. I've got your work up. Let's going to take a look at the magazine ad. Magazine ad's a winner, man. That's just gorgeous work. Absolutely. A couple of things I want to talk to you about, and let's see if this makes sense to you. But I think it's going to make really good sense to you. So the ad itself is beautiful. There's no question. There's just one area I think we can redistribute some of the visual weight here to make it even stronger. Right now, we're a little bit imbalanced to the left. So if this was a teeter-totter, and here's the fulcrum right here, it would be kind of tipping over this way a little bit, right? And the reason I say that is because we've got the weight of the headline, the subhead. We've got the bulk of the image. The heaviest part of the image is on the left side of the composition, along with the logo. So theoretically, the only thing we have on the right-hand side of the composition is the text. So a little bit out of balance there. So my recommendation is this. Let's go ahead and take the logo. I think we can reduce the size of that logo. That logo is pretty large. And one thing I might say is let's reduce the size of that logo. Watch my cursor, something like this. Like that, okay? Now, I think the logo is a little bit difficult to see down there. You might consider trying the purple background logo. And the reason I say that is it's going to create a nice continuation with the purple logo right here. So I'm sorry, the purple text right here. So think about it. I just think it's going to create a nice continuation. So we're going to reduce the logo, place it on the right-hand side, and then over here on the left-hand side, let's take this contact information and let's go ahead and put it down here. I mean, that image is just waiting for contact. I mean, you're not going to have any legibility problems at all down there. I mean, that's almost pristine, perfect, that area of the sand where you're going to place that type. So I really don't see any advantage to placing it at the top of the composition. Now, what you're going to have to do is stack it here. So you can go ahead and take a look at some of the examples for assembling the type associated with the contact area. Contact information for the client in the examples located in the course announcements, right? So again, in summary, we've got everything stays the same, right? But the logo moves to the lower right-hand corner and the contact information moves to the lower left. Let's go take a look at the banner. Banner's outstanding as well. I mean, you're doing really good stuff. Okay, here's the part where you're going to get really, really, really mad at yourself. And this is so easy to do. But it's wind surfing. It's a D. You missed a D. That says wind surfing. So just a little bit of a misnomer there. But other than that, I think it's fantastic. One other thing you might consider trying is this, and I don't think it's an issue very much at this stage of the game because it's really not that apparent. But if you look closely, the windsurfer's looking off in this direction. Now, the caveat there is if the viewer notices that, they're going to start looking this way. The problem is that potentially could lead them off the page. Okay, I mentioned that in your magazine ad. So you might consider a couple of things. Number one, you might consider flipping this image so he's heading in to the greater surface area of the composition. And the other thing is you might even consider reducing the size a little bit. Right now, it's almost bisecting the ad into thirds. And right now, this third seems to be off in no man's land, kind of alone. So I would recommend that we kind of reduce the size a little bit here. And the neat thing here is when you flip this around, the viewer follows his, it's called a directional lines, and they're going to follow his path of sight. If he's facing this way, that path of sight is going to lead right to the animated text and to the beginning of the animation. So think about that. Other than that, you are doing wonderful, wonderful work. Fantastic. Tell you what, Derek, if you have any questions at all, please let me know. But right now, man, you're hitting it out of the park. So fantastic. Be proud. Excellent work. Questions, comments, concerns, clarifications, any of the above, please let me know. I'll be glad to accommodate in that regard as needed. Derek, great job. Thank you very much.